Good morning. Welcome to the Breakfast Show. This is Martin in here, and we are on the almost the end of July, as we said before. Right now in here, it has been very interesting as we see the market has bottomed. No doubt this morning in my morning podcast in our Telegram, so make sure you join our Telegram and more update in there. I've talked about the market hitting rightly a resistance after a fall up bar, right? But that doesn't mean this market is going to turn down. We are likely to see a little bit pullback, but more in today's sharing in there. Of course, today, one of the more exciting news I'd like to announce is definitely our last Saturday. Our 20-day live trading challenge has been announced, and congratulations to all our winners after a 1 month of challenging trading intraday, trading daily charts, trading even holding overnight and over a week. And we have 3 emerged winners in here. Congratulations to Eric, New, Kitgo, and Zanali. All of you did pretty well. And later on, I'll share with you some of the results that we like. And you too can also achieve the same kind of result if you have the right guidance and the tool. So make sure you check us out. And also, our next class give you a chance for you to discuss some of your improvement that you want to see in your trading and investing. Definitely something you want to check out in our masterclass, where our coaches and myself will be here to tune to your development as an investor. Make sure you have the right coaching people out there. Now let's take a look what we have for you this morning in my breakfast show in here, and definitely what we want to look at. Let me just bring up the SMARTRobie chart in here, and I just want to share with you the SMARTRobie chart was up just now, and let me just bring it. Okay, so this morning in our morning sharing in here, what I want to be talking is looking at the market, okay, buying on uptrend, which is the same thing like what we did last week too. So very important when we try to buy on an uptrend, we want to see on the left hand side market bottoming, which is what you hear. So we'll see a market uptrend that actually moves up. That will be your first sign. Of course, to make it so much easier, we actually use this green pentagon, and that's something that you will see time and time again. So watch out for the green pentagon, because that will take you to a very, very nice situation where the market will probably give you a lot of opportunity. Let me just switch to a wider chart here, and then you can see here all right, looks like I have some technical issues with the SMARTRobie again, but we can use the SMARTRobie chart to bring up the respective chart that you'll see here. So from today's morning sharing in here, let's move on, okay? And we have the market uptrend. So you want to enter on the first bar, okay? First bar after the up bar volume and the price, all right? So think of buying on the green pentagon and then selling at a target price, depending whether you are longer term or shorter term in here. Definitely it's good to have a plan and also know where you're heading. If not, you can trade a shorter terms in here and likely to see better results, because the market still hasn't turned hasn't turned that kind of bullish in here, because we are undergoing market volatility. So use the Robie FA collection in here to give you a better support. At least some of those stocks are actually on the defensive side of things in here. Now, if you have any chart that you want me to look at or share, do let us know, and definitely that will put you in a better position in here. All right, so pencil those in the comment section there, and I'll be glad to help you. Now, in our Pentagon Guider system in here, which many of you would have seen it before in the SMARTRobie in here, it is one of the first things you normally observe after a green pentagon. A lot of times, especially right now, the KLCI is bullish. Many of these stocks is going to move up, and likely I'm going to show you how here. And this is why we spend a lot of the time and research and development into developing one of the best tools around in town to show it for you, that it will let you explore new opportunity unlike you've seen before. All right, now if you're not using SMARTRobie in here, you're missing a big tools that will help you to put you in the right position. Now in the Pentagon Guider trading portfolio. We are still holding this one position in here. We couldn't find any position. Still LHI hasn't formed much in here, but looking at LHI, it is building up a very nice base as we've seen. Now compared to the KLCI comparison in here, just an update for our Pentagon Guider trading portfolio using 31,000 compared to KLCI, which is down 11.7%. Our portfolio is down slightly, minus 0.5% in here, right? And overall, when compared to the equity curve, you can see we've been constantly beating it even since last year onwards here, all right? And let's take a look at the KLCI so far that we have here. And definitely you can see we have turned green Pentagon 4 bars ago. And this was this issue that you have earlier on where the market actually broke through this 20-day moving average and the 40. Usually the 40, which is the so-called 2 months high, will be the kind of resistance that we have. So this is why I'm likely to say the KLCI will hit 1460, 1465 being that level in here. Of course, early on I did mention on the Telegram, if the market were to turn around and when you see the crossing of the railway track, right, where the 20 move cross over 40, but remember green Pentagon come first, right, then likelihood this market is going to go through more bullishness because many other systems out there are using this system, which is a 2040 crossover, but we are using it as an observation because that's the public system, that's a traditional system, but Pentagon is so much earlier to tell you early on. Now red Pentagon previously that we saw here, this market was actually a shake off. You can see a lot of spring. We got 1, 2, 3 sign of strength, and test is the one that you want to keep an eye right at the bottom. It at the right place at the right time here. So this is the sign of strength that we have. 2 nice green Pentagon and a beginning of an upstage. Of course, most people are not convinced yet and they are likely to buy when the market break 1500. But remember, once you hit there, likelihood we will see profit taking in here. Always follow the green Pentagon and follow a trading plan here. All right, if you look seriously in here, you want to pair together with the market stages indicator that we have our plugin. If you don't have that, there is a chance for you to try it out on our 10-day free trial. If you have not done it yet, definitely this free trial worth 2688, right? 268 with our 30-minute coaching will give you the leverage that you will not see elsewhere in here with our tools, with our first mover advantage, both on the KLCI and the US market. You will give you a lot of leg room in here. Now, looking at the market stages, we are in stage 2 right now in here. We do have 4 consecutive up bar. 1, 2, 3, 4 in here. That is a tall tale sign the market has started to move, but likelihood we will see some possible pullback for the next 2 bar, which is already happening right now as we speak. So immediately after Pentagon, the market started to move up. And also take note, we have this decreasing of a volume. Normally when they're decreasing of the volume as the market go higher, you're going to get a little bit of pullback, no doubt about it in here. All right, and in our VSA 360, you will also notice, which I always talk about in here, when you see too much climatic of this green bar, all right, that means a lot of net foreign fund flow. This is where the market will pull back. So we have a gradual 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 net flows, 6 net flows. Of course, next thing you will see on the newspaper and probably on all the media, foreign funds flowing in here, but that will be secondary. By the time I think smart money will be taking money off the table in here, you'll see the pullback. But right now you can see this is why you need to have the VSA 360 foreign funds flows, where you will have this right in your fingertips, and you can see the KLCI are moving higher in tandem with the net foreign fund flows here. That gives us a rise in the KLCI. Right, and let's look at the last week, 18th of July. Some of the stocks, now remember KLCI already turned green Pentagon in here. All sectors. Having said that, if you check it out from my SMARTRobie here. Let's take a look at my SMARTRobie this morning. One of my hot sectors. I'm clicking on hot sectors right now, and definitely I can see healthcare. All right. Healthcare is this because of monkeypox, and also last week we talked about the stocks we were looking at was Hata, a nice stage 1 accumulation after the green Pentagon in here. Technology, consumer finance, and telemedia. So check it out on your SMARTRobie apps in here. That will give you the edge that unlike people are looking at. So definitely anything on the healthcare stocks, something you want to keep in mind. Now last week, 18th of July, we were talking about Uchitech, B Auto and Gas Malaysia. So let's take a look at them. Now first, when the market first hit on the 18th of July, this was where we were after the Green Pentagon. The market pulled back, and you could see spotted at $3, 18th of July, and the next chart we have here, number 2, and the market continued to go higher. All right, on market continued to go higher. That's a very nice uptrend, as we can see before. Of course, Uchitech. Let's take a look at Uchitech. Keying into my SMARTRobie chat, and looking at the stock fundamentals, you can see Uchitech does give a 6.6% dividend. All right, a 6.6% dividend, which is a very, very good indication in here that this market was pretty good, and as well as a ROE of 43% for Uchitech. So definitely in the technology sector, as I said before, if you go and hit on the SMARTRobie, number 2 is the hot sector. So that makes you make a lot of sense to you in there. So you first pick it up with Green Pentagon. Remember, Green Pentagon will be your first mover. And I'll also take notice the moving opening of the railway track that you see here. So this means this trend was started to move up in the stage 2 markup. Okay, stage 2 markup. And also more importantly, we always say try and always buy when the market stages here cross above the zero line. All right, this is something that is available on our VSA 360 in here. That is the one of the tools that you want to. So once it cross over the zero level, the zero level of the market stages, this market, it's a very nice area. But don't hit the red line. When you hit this red line in here, that tells you the market will probably be oversold and likely to be pulled back. So right now it's still pretty good in here, but always follow the next bar after the Green Pentagon. Now the next stock we were talking about last week was B Auto. So let me type in B Auto, looking at the fundamentals. Now, if you have any stocks that you want me to look at, just pencil those in the comment. I'll be happy to look at that, whether it is a fundamental stocks or not, because it's so easy. Just using SMARTRobie in here on your apps, you will know the Robie rating 4, 5, 6, and 7. Those are very good value stocks in here. Anything below, then you're paying a bit more on the price. Now on B Auto, from the fundamental chart in here, again, a 4.8% dividend. 4.8% dividend. That's a very nice one. It pays better than the banks, isn't it? With ROE of 24%. That's pretty good in here. And we all know too, right? Because of the exemption of the SSD tax, a lot of car was bought during this COVID-19 in here, and also the chips shortage that we have. Even I heard some cars have to wait until 3 to 6 months for delivery, and that's driving up a little bit of demand too. Now from the episode 180, because this week is episode 181, you can see this chart here. We have a nice pullback, and as such the market, right, you can see here spotted at 173, and then the market headed up to 181. That is almost a 4% the unrealized profit, giving you, right, a $200 gross profit on a 5k volume there. So something that's pretty good. I can tell you that shorter terms, but right now you can see the crossing of the railway track and the Green Pentagon has a nice follow through. This is generally we see a lot. When you see Green Pentagon, the stocks is in strong trend, market likely to pull back, which we saw here. Green Pentagon, pull back, and then once the market, right now we can see KLCI is moving back up, this market will push up in here. That's going to be good too. And also take notice in here, the market stages did cross above the zero line. They crossed above the zero line, and that's why this market is heading up. And the last stock we were talking was Gas Malaysia. Let's take a look at Gas Malaysia. I'm punching into the SMARTRobie right now. Gas Malaysia, looking at the fundamentals. Here we have a 5.8% dividend for Gas Malaysia, right? At this level, 5.8%, that's pretty good too, right? At that time, 313, okay, spotted in, and right now it's about 318 again. We have the railway track, moving in the uptrend. That is a continuation of a railway track. Remember, after the market bottoming, we're going to see this stage 1 railway track, and that's what really want to pay attention to the overall market in here. Started to go up in here. So check out the Robie FA stocks. For those of you who are the beginner one, many of these stocks will continue to run up. And again, notice, many of these stocks, you can see it is above the zero line, right? Every time when it's below the zero line, that's area that you want to be buying. And it hit 318 this week. Now, in episode 179, which is about 2 weeks ago, we were talking about the Hatalega, which is the rubber glove stock. And today, on our hot sector, let's check out hot sector again. Going back to my SMARTRobie apps here, hitting hot sectors. Definitely number 1 here is healthcare. Right, so you can see a lot of the stocks like Hatalega, Top Glove, Kosan, and Supermax, they were building a nice base in here. Now that they started to break up in here, would this be a monkeypox that is driving up? So I doubt it, but I do think that ASP prices are starting to move back up higher, and that's why the market is reacting in here. Definitely, let's take a look at the Hata this morning. And you can type in, so let me bring up the Hata here. And also you bring up, it did hit higher this morning, but right now it's facing an uptrust. I would think the same goes also for Top Glove too. Yeah, Top Glove also uptrust. So it has to play around with this. The market has, to my opinion, has oversold a lot. So remember, it did, now it is, at this range of a 20-day moving average. You can see that, right? So whether it can convince or not, but definitely we have a double bottom. These are all signs of bottoming. No surprises if the rubber glove stock continue to break higher, because technically this has been oversold in there. Now let's move on to our next stocks that we have in here. Of course, going this week, check out the SMARTRobie FA collection in here, especially those of you. Now this week, let's look at 2 stocks, Matrix and BJ Food. So all you gotta do is go to Robie FA collection here, and you can pick it up. The Robie FA intraday alert already alerted. BJ Food is up 1%, 1.56%. Westport is up 1.1%. PCAM up 0.58%, and Alliance Bank ABMB is up 2.1%. So make sure you check it out on the SMARTRobie FA collection, which include both selection and intraday alert if the market started to move up. So let's take a look at the first one, Matrix. You can see Matrix was down in here. Just nice pull. The Matrix, let's take a look at the Matrix. Matrix fundamental has always been great. All right. Look at Matrix fundamental. So these are the Matrix fundamental. It is paying 5%, right? Just like BJ Auto and B Auto in here, with a ROE of 10%, unlike B Auto, which paying about 24% for the ROE. This one just turned green Pentagon here. So it is looking at the railway track just turning up in here. So of course, to be more convincing, we're going to see a double bottom in here, but this could be a V recovery in here. Having said that, dividend is still pretty good for Matrix. Okay, this one is Matrix in here. Again, a V recovery in here, but right now we're seeing a little bit of pullback. And I'll just go on to Matrix, and this morning livestock prices is down 1.4%. Now next is BJ Auto. We have the uptrust. So let's look at BJ Auto. Let's check out the live prices. Live prices is still up 1.6% in here, but you do have this resistance around 140 in here, right? 140. Red Pentagon did hit the ATR stop loss, so you have to be careful with that one. But right now he's turning green Pentagon in here. You want to wait for the pullback, or you can really buy now, but follow the trading plan. All right, follow the trading plan in here. Last but not least is another one. Actually, if you look back on the Robie FA stocks, there are some more in there depending on the sector that you like. So check it out in there. There's also Taan, there is ABMB, Hong Leong, Nestle, Tasco. Yes, the other one is actually Tasco. keep an eye on that one. It's giving it 5 hours. Check out the fundamental also for Tasco. So in summary, right, you can see that market is bottoming. Look for clues in price and volume, right? You're going to be seeing a lot of climatic volume on the left hand side. Market will begin its uptrend after accumulation by smart money, which right now we have. Your market has already run 4 days in a row. Of course, picking up the first bar will be our FA collection is the best to collect dividend while waiting for the long term. Now, as I said before, those stocks we were mentioning, Gas Malaysia, B Auto, Ujitech, those are paying about 4 to 5%. Even the last two that we were talking about, which is the Matrix as well as Matrix and BJ Food are giving you 4 to 5% in here. For beginners, definitely is good. And I'll wait for the green Pentagon and market stages indicator to turn up. As I said before, those are your best bet in here. Overall sentiment is still a bit weak, as I said before, but market definitely turning in there. Don't give up. Don't be overly bearish in here. Now, something that we are very proud of our training program, and many of you continue to follow in here, but you have not participated, this is a chance for you to participate and show to you that we are one of the best programs to bring out trader and investor out there. So in our 20-day live trading challenge for our members only, you could see, right, our winners. Congratulations to them, right? Eric, New, Kitgo and Zenly. In that period of 4 weeks, which is the 20 days, remember the KLCI has fallen down 2%. They were able to achieve more than double-digit returns, right, which is 13% for the lowest one in here. So that's fantastic in my opinion in here. And Eric achieving 28.6% in profit compared to KLCI dropping 2.4%. Then you have Kitgo 23.2% profit in 1 month, while KLCI dropped 2.4%, and also Zenly making a 13.6% profit in 1 month, while the KLCI dropped 2%. So these are remarkable and part of something that we're very proud of, to able to train our members here. So you have not been any of our members or joined our program, this is a chance for you to participate in our next VSA masterclass. All right, we are doing it in here for that one price that you see in here, 4888. You can sign up for 1 year unlimited and 12-month software membership here, right? The result speaks for itself, like you see our 3 top winners. Again, congratulations to our 20-day trading challenges in here. That will not be the last. We're doing more of it as we are bringing up more new development, more training ground to be of benefit to you. If you're not, do join us for that one. Now, of course, also this week on our Wednesday live trading talk that we are doing in here on the 27th, 9:30, make sure you join us. How to profit with smart money footprint in here. And today, if you have learned something, here's a chance for you to win a 3-month membership worth 1,000 ringgit in here. Just share with us what are your intakes that you learned this morning in here in no less than 200 words on our Google review. And if it's one of the best, you stand a chance to win 1,000 ringgit worth of VSA 3-month membership. Something that is we felt that will benefit you. Of course, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for all amazing trading, education, and also tips in here. And not to forget our VSA pricing in here for the first mover advantage for less than 2 ringgit a day. You will get a lot of what we are talking about in here. Great review from all of you in here. Thank you again for your support. We really appreciate in here. And right now we're going to be going on to our stock pick. If you have any stock pick that you want me to look at, do let us know, and we'll be happy to look into them for you. Any stocks that you want me to look at? All right, if there's no stocks, thank you for coming this morning. I appreciate your time in here. And don't forget to subscribe to our Telegram chat for all stock information and education. And I'll see you on this coming Wednesday, if not on Friday, for our regular live Facebook and also educational program that will intend to bring the best out from you to see the kind of opportunity that you've never seen before. Thank you again, and bye-bye. Have a nice day.